right, people, what's going on? Just working from home today, doing a little bit of virtual estimating. It's always fun. Working on the Novarosi Bonito RCR modified, cleaning up the pipe, getting the 8XT, fixed a few issues. We've done a few pretty hard bashes with this. There were a few little things going on, so we went over it and fixed those. Tell y'all what I did. I had some clicking in the brake. It hadn't been always, so I don't know if this happened. I don't know how it happened. But anyway, my brake, I guess you want to call it a cantilever or the actuator for the brake, it was actually turned the wrong way. So when I was hitting the brakes, it was hitting on the light and spur gear. I believe this is a 48 tooth light and spur gear. I do have a 50 tooth up here that I plan on putting on here, but so I fixed that. That's all good now. I was wondering, in that last bash session, a few things went down. The pipe, you know, as you guys know, the spring came off, so I'm gonna go ahead and polish up this pipe, get it back together, and then fix the brakes. And this had actually pulled out, so I had to replace this piece right here. This one right here, it had pulled out because the brakes weren't working well, and I had you know, up the EPA on the brakes. So we got all that situated and figured out. I wasn't sure what it was. It was clicking on there. I was like, what the hell is that? It was happening on the past couple of runs. So this time when we pulled it apart and cleaned it, we fixed it. My front dog bone here was bent pretty bad. You know, I had a couple of hard hits on that last run, couple that weren't even on camera, but actually my sway bar in the front had popped out of the, and somebody told me what these were called at one time. I forget. They are, man, don't get me lying, but I believe Family Affair had told me what they were at one time. Anyway, it popped out and it was actually under. You can see where it was rubbing right there. So I fixed all that. I had a lot of torque when I was turning down, you know, before I would hit the ramp. I go down and I turn, and it was dipping a lot. So, and also when I came off the jump and hit the landing ramp, it was torquing to one side or the other. So we actually took the 2.4 millimeter sway bars off, and I replaced them with the 2.7 millimeter front and rear. You know, you come with a bunch of different size sway bars, so we upped the sway bars, so took care of that, and you know, pulled everything apart, cleaned it real well, and just did a once over. It's been a while since we had done a once over on it. Probably going to replace these rear A-arms. I've got a set up here. We'll do that pretty soon as well. So I think I'm going to be running the modified Bonito in here next. Probably just going to run it on a 13 bell. It's got a pretty new clutch setup on it right now. Bearings are all still good, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Get the pipe polished up. So I was hanging out with my granddaughter Hopi. That's my baby girl right there. So did get in the mail yesterday my Rcmax carbon fiber mud guards for the Losi 5B. And man, they're spectacular. Let's get in there and take a look. They're really nice, man. Rcmax logos on them. The only thing is, these are meant for the 5T 1.0 series, the version 1 5T, and even states in there it won't fit on the 2.0. But it was real easy, and shout out RC Ohio, Todd over there. He knew too. He got his in. He let me know that he had to modify them a little bit. So all we had to do is trim them a bit so they fit over the C block. They were a little bit too long, and then I had to actually drill a small hole for this screw here. And the way I did that was I used 2 rubber grommets. The grommets actually from a fuel tank, you know, on the mounts on the fuel tank, they were perfect because they're double-sided. So got a rubber grommet in there and the screw itself. So they're good, they're secure, they're not going anywhere. They're very durable. You know, true carbon fiber mud guard there. So I did have to shave them down here, and what I did is I just measured it out, and then I used my grinder and I just ground it down. Then I used the first one once I test fitted it for the second one. So they came out really nice, man. I'm stoked about these. I don't know the grade or the quality of these carbon fiber ones, but they look great. They're very durable, very yeah, they're good. So not going to do the crankcase outerwears. I did send an email to my engine builder this morning. He should get back to me. It's been 20 days. He said 2 weeks. It's actually been a day short of 3 weeks. So no pressure, no rush on him, and I let him know that. Just wondering what's going on and when to expect this item to get shipped out. You know, 3 weeks, pretty good amount of time. But that's pretty much all we're waiting on, man. I'm loving this platform, just the build of it, all the intricacies, you know, the different performance parts we've done, the mod rear diff inserts, you know, everything going on with this. So I'm excited to get an engine in here and get it broke in, and not just any engine, a badass full modded reed case, you know, 34cc. So not sure what the horsepower on that. I think it's somewhere around 9 horsepower, 9.4 horsepower, something like that. So we need to upgrade this, beef it up the way we have. Should have my sets of tires here tomorrow. I think I got a notification from UPS. They'll be here tomorrow. So we'll check those out as well. So anyway, guys, just wanted to show you all that. We're going to get this back together, get the Bonito in here, and we'll probably bash something a little bit later on this afternoon, something a little bit nitro-ish, maybe the 8X Elite or the Tekno MB48.4 modded engines in all these platforms. They're all ready to go. So, all right, guys, other than that, I think that's about it. Everything else is good on here. You know, sometimes you got to figure things out, man. Sometimes when things aren't right, you really got to figure them out. So, and I'm glad I took it apart too, because if y'all remember my front diff outdrive cup set screw was loose. Well, the rear one was loose too, so I got that squared away, Loctite. And I've Loctited these. You don't want to red Loctite them because they're going to be hard to get out, and those set screws are easy to strip, even when you do put heat. If you guys have a problem getting a screw out that's Loctited, just heat it up, and it'll come out. But red Loctite's a little bit tougher. So normally I just use blue Loctite on here. So, and we may rip this with the Bonito. I want to see how that Bonito will move this 8XT with the 1.1 millimeter clutch springs on there. So we'll see. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to work, finish wrenching on this, and we'll try and do some ripping here in just a little bit, guys. Maybe Sunday we'll go out with the Baja again. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Peace. All right, people, let's do a little run with the Tekno MB48.4 and the RCR modded Virtus. Warmed her up in the barn, but got a little cool, so let's warm her up a little. We're running the bones today in the Virtus. The Virtus has never had anything but bones. We got the 8XT all fixed up, but we'll give it a break. Sun's going down. I'll be glad when summer gets here. her out a little bit on top. Seems better. Come on, Hoss. Nice having your own little track in your yard. Doesn't have to be huge, just enough to hone in a little skill. Big enough for me. The saw. The terrain changes, so different tire changes work on my little track, because sometimes after the rain it's a little harder. Sometimes it's really soft, like right now. These blockades, they're not very good out here in the loose grip, you know. Hello. I think I brought that idle down a little too much. Alright guys, it's getting dark, man. One more, then we're gonna call it.